Hey, look, really quickly, we did want to shout out some new segments that we have coming up this fall and going into the season. First segment we're going to do is all around the world. A look at the different conferences around college football. So as we know, a lot of these Pac-12, we just talked about that one. That's kind of dissolving. So you have the Big 12, you have the ACC, the Big 10, and what not the Mountain West, the
I forgot the big boys down south.
The SEC. I try to blank that out of my mind. It doesn't mean more, Will. It doesn't mean more. Let's go. How did I forget them? Oh, my God. So you got those big four. Obviously, you still got the MAC, the Mountain West, the AAC, the Sun Belt, otherwise known as the Fun Belt. We have a lot of people, a lot of you guys that watch us and focus on your specific team, but also in conferences. We are going to dive into that this year. We started to do a little bit of that last year, but this year we're going to go into these conferences and see these conference races picking up. See how these different teams are getting acclimated. I mean, obviously, you have those 4 Big 12 teams or the 4 Pac-12 teams coming to you guys in the Big 10. We talked about SMU, Stanford, Cal coming to the ACC. Obviously, Texas and Oklahoma and the SEC, and then obviously the rest of those, the
Colorado, Utah, Arizona into the Big 12. And
So we are going to try to get especially those Big 4, but right? We talked about, the beginning of last year, we talked about the 2 super conferences. So we know where we're going. The writing is on the wall, all right? But we want to definitely kind of get more of an in-depth look. Now, that's going to stress me and my partner out. Even though we do dive into all that anyway, we are going to get you guys to help us out. We've got a lot of guys that are that watch us and that have jumped on these shows with us that definitely have some kind of affiliation with some of these conferences and some of these teams. So we're going to bring them in here and give them an opportunity to kind of help us go through the season and talk about some of these teams. Who are the teams that maybe you haven't heard of? Who's the JMU or the Liberty that came out? The Tulane from a couple years ago, And who of the true powers, the Michigans, the Ohio States, the Georgias, the Bamas, who of those guys can continue to sustain, especially after major head coaches have left? Harbaugh for you guys, obviously Saban for Bama. We want to see how those transitions go. And it's going to be a crazy year, not just with the Big 12, the 12 team, but also just with how the transfer portal it's crazy, man. I mean, the transfer portal is taking over the game along with NIL.
Well, and I mean, even still the coaching carousel, I completely forgot that Saban, it was just Saban will be back week 1, but he's not. Right. And then with him being gone, then Kalen DeBoer is at Alabama, and then Jed Fish is at Washington, and then it's just so many of these changes to teams that are supposed to be really, really good this year.
Oh yeah. And I've been told to tell you. I've been told to tell you, little brother's coming. That's all I'm going to say.
I've said it's not this year, but 2-3 years down the road, that's going to be a very dangerous program again. And I can't wait, because then it can legitimately be a rivalry again. Same thing we heard from the Sockeye fans for all those years.
Yeah, all right. Yeah. He's still a Michigander at heart, baby. Let's go.
Yeah.
Another thing we're going to do this year is we're going to focus on the league leader. So last year, if you notice, we did a lot of game balls. Each week we did a game ball for the team, 2 game balls for a couple of the games that we saw throughout the year. We did all the way through the conference championships and the playoff, all the way to the national championship. We are going to start focusing along with the conferences about some of these guys. Who are some of these guys that maybe we don't know about, like Kamani Vidal, Troy, that had balled out towards the end of the year.
Ollie Gordon, that a lot of people didn't know about for a long time.
Right. Who was on pace who was going toe-to-toe with Derrick Henry's numbers. He was killing it. So we want to start to focus on these and some of those award races that are coming up. So we want to start looking into some of that stuff. So once we get towards the end of the year, we can start to see, we know the top guys that everybody's projected as the next guy that's going to be drafted. But who are those next couple guys that can make serious contributions on these teams? So we're going to take a look at that. We're going to take a look at that. And you know what it is, 2 months away.
Yep.
The day we've waited over 10 years for this day to come. And it's finally almost here. You were telling me July 19th?
It hasn't like officially been confirmed, but pretty much everyone's been saying July 19th, I believe, is the date. So and then sometime this month we get that full official reveal of the game. So it's coming in. I mean, listening to guys like Brad Nessler and them talk about the game, and that it took Nessler 2.5 years to put all the audio clips in that he wanted to put in for this game, and he's got every analysis for every little thing, from a punt on first down to like every little thing for every school. The different announcers based on how monumental your game is. Like if you're starting out with like trying to rebuild Akron, for example, you're not gonna have Nessler and Herb Street and those kind of guys. Or sorry, Chris Fowler is the guy, not Nessler. But there's going to be multiple different broadcasters, and how big your game is affects which broadcast crew you get, and all the different audio clips they've been getting from schools on their different songs and their different chants and their different, like, every little thing they've put into this game. I cannot wait to get my hands on it.
Woo! Come on, man. Come on. When that preview comes out, we will have one of these shows. We'll definitely air it for you guys so you guys can see it. Cannot wait. I definitely been. I told you I've been going. I got back in NCAA 14 working again, so I've been definitely going into that. I'm with Central Michigan now. Just left UConn.
Love it.
Feeling good. Feeling good to get in the MAC. We're moving up, baby. We're moving up.
So good.
Oh, I can't wait, man. I can't wait. But before we go, Nathan, oh my goodness.
Hey,
without your quarterback,
I hope they stay in the fight this year, because I love Maryland. I love what Loxley's doing. Mm-hmm. And I hope they rebound, because they lost a lot this year.
Oh yeah, man. So yeah, we'll definitely see. Hopefully they can do it. Nathan, you already know the invite is there. We definitely want you to come on here. Talk about the Terrapins, talk about your coach, man, because I think people are sleeping on Loxley, man. We've been watching him for the last couple of years, and the program that he's building, I can talk about this Talia. I mean, we know it has not been quiet about how there was a SEC school that offered him big buku bucks to come.
Yeah.
And for him to stay at Maryland, even after some of his wide receivers had left in the draft the year before, I mean, that says something to what they're building over there. So hopefully they can keep that going, man. I'm all for that.
Yeah.
Serengeti welcomes you. Yeah.
Love
it. We know why you went to that Serengeti, because this one was too dangerous for you, baby. Let's go. Tar Heel Nation. Let's get it.
Love it.